Hello, my name's Meurig Bowen and I'm the director of the HSBC Cheltenham Music Festival. We've got an incredibly diverse programme this year, so here's a couple of tips and a few pointers for you to get a greater sense of how this 2009 programme has been put together. There's plenty of big composer anniversaries in 2009, and in the case of Haydn, I started thinking about his enormous contribution to chamber music through his effective invention of the string quartet genre. So we have a series of 8 string quartets from around the world in 2009, a series called World Quartets. And as the name suggests, we've got string quartets from around the world performing not just Haydn and his pupil Beethoven, but music from their own countries. So we have an Australian quartet performing Peter Sculthorpe. We have a French quartet, the Quatuor d'Ottima, performing Ravel's quartet. We have Szymanowski from the Royal String Quartet in Poland and Shostakovich from the Borodin Quartet in Russia. The Smith Quartet is an English quartet, but they're actually doing the American programme of the World Quartet series, performing 3 fantastic electric string quartets by George Crumb, Steve Reich and Philip Glass. The Reich piece is his iconic work, Different Trains. Philip Glass and Steve Reich are composers with Jewish heritage, and that leads on to another substantial strand of the 2009 Cheltenham Music Festival. Mendelssohn was born a Jew, and I thought that in itself would be an interesting way of investigating music by a huge range of composers of Jewish heritage. There's music from Fretwork performing fascinating repertoire by Italian Jewish émigrés who wrote music for the court of Henry VIII. There's a klezmer concert from the fantastic Swiss band Kol Simcha. And there's a huge range of music by composers as diverse as Bernstein, Bloch, Copland, Finzi, Gershwin, Bernard Herrmann, Korngold, Mahler, Schoenberg and Schnittke. The first concert on Friday the 3rd of July in Cheltenham Town Hall is something I'm particularly excited about. It's with the John Wilson Orchestra and it's called Hollywood Rhapsody. John is a fantastic and enthusiastic advocate of film music from the golden age of Hollywood, and his scholarship and expertise shines through in every note that he performs as a conductor. His John Wilson Orchestra is a hand-picked band of the finest players in the UK, and it's the authentic Hollywood studio sound, and I think it's going to sound amazing in Cheltenham Town Hall. A number of people observed about my programme last year that there seemed to be a slightly larger number of performances involving the human voice, either solo concerts or ones involving choirs. And I suppose that was true, and to a certain extent it's true again this year. We've got performances by Cheltenham Bach Choir with Purcell's King Arthur, we've got the choir of Trinity College, Cambridge performing in Tewkesbury Abbey, and we've got Gloucester Cathedral Choir performing in their own cathedral in Gloucester. In the second week of the festival there's a trio of superb vocal recitals. The first of them is by the BBC Radio 3 New Generation artist Elizabeth Watts. She's a wonderful soprano and her programme includes Barber's Hermit songs, some arrangements of folk songs by Benjamin Britten and a set of spring songs by Schubert which Liz has put together herself and has called the Frühlingsreise as a slightly more cheerful companion to the Winterreise, the Winter's Journey. Still on the subject of voices, we've got a wonderful opera double bill in the Pittville Pump Room on Sunday the 5th of July. Bampton Classical Opera is bringing a double bill of Mozart and Gluck, including Mozart's first opera, Apollo and Hyacinth, which he wrote at the gloriously young age of 12. I mentioned at the beginning of this how rich and diverse the 2009 programme is. And this is really emphasised by our Something Else strand in the programme. As the name suggests, these are events which perhaps don't quite fit the bill as a straightforward mainstream classical music event. They range from classically minded jazz from the David Rees-Williams Trio, fantastically witty musical cabaret from Kit and the Widow. And then there's our two exhibitions and our new venture on Saturday the 4th of July, the Fiesta in the Park. Effectively an expansion of the festival's fun days and a collaboration with a wide range of community groups in Cheltenham. Do check out our website for further details about Fiesta in the Park and the rest of the 2009 HSBC Cheltenham Music Festival.